Hi, I'm Cosmic Scowl, the developer behind the PSBBN Definitive Patch. Here's everything that's new with PSBBN this month. Plus, stick around to the end for details on how you can help this project. The PSBBN Definitive English Patch has had a name change. What started out in 2023 as a simple English patch for PSBBN is now so much more. With a game installer, media installer, HOSD menu, and with the new multilingual support I'm going to be talking about today, it's also no longer just English. Going forward, it will now collectively be called the PSBBN Definitive Project. PSBBN, no longer just English, more than a patch, but still definitive. I've been receiving a number of requests from Japanese users asking for a Japanese version of the definitive patch. And it's something I've been promising to do for a long time now. I just wanted to give the Japanese version the time and attention it rightly deserved. I think I've come up with something that Japanese users and preservationists will appreciate. Plus, there's new community translations. A complete German translation by Argo707, with Italian and French translations coming soon. Let's head over to the PC and I'll show you what's new. When installing PSBBN, you'll be asked one additional question. You will now be asked to select a language. If you already have PSBBN installed and want to change the language, first update to the latest PSBBN Definitive Patch by selecting Update PSBBN Software from the main menu. Then head over to the Optional Extras menu and select Change Language. After changing the language, it's recommended to rerun the game installer to update the PS1 game manuals to your chosen language, and for Japanese users, the game titles too. If English isn't your native language, you may have noticed that PSBBN didn't let you change the system language, leaving Western consoles locked to English. This made playing games in your native language difficult, especially on physical discs. With multilingual support, this is no longer a problem. For Japanese users, titles for Japanese region games were displayed in Japanese and sorted in the Gojuon order in both the PSBBN Game Collection and Browser 2.0. Also, for Japanese users, if you head over to the game channel, you'll be able to access the original Japanese versions of all the online channels. I went back to the original Japanese dumps and rebuilt them from the ground up. All channels can now be browsed without freezing or crashing, and all broken links have been fixed. Not only is it important to have the original Japanese channels made available for preservation reasons, the newly reworked channels also make a good foundation for a new, improved English translation, as well as opening up the possibility of the channels to be translated into other languages in the future. Although the current web server that hosts the online channels works pretty well for users in Europe, I've had numerous reports from users further afield in Brazil, North America and Japan reporting that the network connection is just far too slow to be usable. For that reason, the Japanese channels are not hosted on a remote web server. They are hosted locally on your PlayStation 2's internal drive. This makes loading times almost instant and greatly improves the browsing experience, no matter where you happen to be in the world. This opens the door for completed translations to also be hosted locally in the future. In other online channel news, non-Japanese users now have access to a brand new Konami channel that AccuHack and Vitas155 were able to recover. It's amazing that channels are still being recovered in 2026 by using data recovery tools on original PS2 hard drives. When browsing the English online channels, keep in mind that they are still a work in progress and constantly being updated, with the Namco, Capcom and SCEJ channels also recently receiving updates. If you would like to get involved and support the PSBBN Definitive Project, there are a number of ways you can do so. Firstly, if you have an old PS2 hard drive with a PSBBN installed from back in the day, please get in touch so the hard drive can be dumped. It might contain valuable data that could help with the recovery efforts. If you have experience modifying old Linux kernels and think you might be able to help fix a FAT32 related bug, please get in touch. If you would like to help translate PSBBN into your native language, details and support can be found on the GitHub page. A link will be in the description. The PSBBN art database now has almost 14,000 images. If you would like to help by submitting missing artwork, you can find details on how to do so on the PSBBN art database GitHub page. A link will be in the description. Thanks to everyone who's contributed artwork so far. The HDD OSD icon database is growing and now has over 13,000 icons. You can help by creating missing icons and contributing them to the database. If you've got games in your browser with the default game icons, it's now super easy to create custom icons for them with the new HDD OSD icon generator. Simply download the latest version of the icon generator and save it to your desktop. Extract the files. Find a front, back and spine image of your game. A good place to find them is on the Launchbox Games database. Save the images to the image folder. Rename the files to match the OPL naming convention. Run the PS2 icon maker script. Enter the title ID of your game and choose a type of icon from the list. It's that simple. A full user guide with details on how to contribute your icons to the database can be found in the Icon Generator README. A link will also be in the description. Finally, if you're getting a lot out of this project, consider contributing to the Ko-fi. Special thanks to everyone who has contributed in the past month. That just about covers everything for this time. You can find the full release notes of this update on the GitHub page, along with an updated README. If you want to keep up to date with the latest developments, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky or Ko-fi. As always, all links will be in the description, but for now, this is Cosmic Scale signing out.